Hey, how you doing? We're back again. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, stuff. Yeah, so hopefully you can hear me out there. Because yesterday somebody was saying my mic was a little bit low, but hopefully everything is running smoothly today. So today is day 30. Wow, day 30. Got one more day, and super awesome. And man, just God is doing a lot of good things, like He always is, helping us to understand His goodness, His grace, His purposes, His wisdom, so we can live life to the next level. And Stephen and Chelsey Diaz was on today, and they're just like super awesome couple in the Lord, and they were sharing with us how they understood that they had to prioritize their life so they can be a blessing to the people that they serve. They understood that they had to get their relationship with God first, then marriage, then their kids, then their business, and then when all those things are in alignment, they can be successful in other areas of life, which goes back to the Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and then all these other things, which is super super cool, and just awesome to hear from them and to glean from them, to be blessed by them, and to understand that hey, their successes can be our successes if we focus on God and His grace and His wisdom. And for me, I guess what today's question is: how can I embrace contentment and gratitude in my life today, aligning with the wisdom and Proverbs 30? And so I was looking at this here, verse 24. Starting there, it says, "Four things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. The ants are not a strong people, yet they store up their food in the summer." And then hyraxes, which is a type of little rodent, are not a mighty people, but yet they find their homes in the cliffs. And then locusts have no king, yet all of them march in ranks. And then the lizard, my version says, my translation says the lizard can be caught in your hands, yet lives in kings' palaces. It just talks about, from what I'm seeing there, it's like, man, I need to be content with the gifts, abilities, and the things that God is giving me, and how can I look at those things, those gifts, talents, abilities that I might think that are small things, but yet it can do great things for God. Like the ants, they seem like they're pretty small, but they're industrious. They're all about preparation. They know how to prepare, and so they can be successful when the seasons are not so great, to where they can thrive and still, and that talks about preparation, strategic mindfulness. And then it talks about the hyraxes with those little rodents. It talks about, to me, that looks like, wow, they have ingenuity. They think outside the box to where they can live in certain places where other animals might not be able to live. And then, but in their understanding of how to think outside the box, it helps them to avoid being taken by prey as well. So out of the box thinkers, you might think like, oh, this is not a good gift, but yet it is. Locusts, they know how to gather in big groups, community, to be able to move mountains, to be able to take out fields and stuff like that. So they don't know how to bring community and to use community to leverage what needs to get done. And then lizards, this one here is a little bit interesting, but they can be, I guess, hang out with kings. They're wise, yet they might not be the strongest animal, but yet they're wise enough to be able to live in palaces. So there's talking about shrewdness, having strategic thinking, understanding. So there's certain things like, how can I be grateful for it? Well, grateful for what God has given me, and to learn what God has given me so I can strengthen those things. And they talked about strengthening your gifts too in this, and Stephen and Chelsey did. So it's an honor to be able to glean from God, glean from our mentors and everything else like that. But it also honors God when we say, look, God, what are those things that you've given me that I need to strengthen to bless your kingdom, and maybe work with, the Stephen and Chelsey Diaz's, or work with the Pedro, or work with other mentors, and to say, hey, look, be humble enough, because humbleness is throughout the Proverbs, to come underneath them and say, yo, what are some of the things that you see in me that are strengths that I need to develop? So that's what I'm grateful for. And that question for us, like how to embrace contentment, gratitude, be content with the gifts that you have, and also have gratitude for them. But like they mentioned today, how do you strengthen them? Strengthen those gifts. Well, you strengthen them by following underneath leadership, following underneath mentors, training, and things of that nature to help expose and to increase those gifts, which is super awesome. So God bless you guys. And if you're making comments, I can't see them yet. But God bless you guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. And remember, one more day to go. One more day to go. And so it's been super awesome. A lot of growth, a lot of inspiration. And yeah. And like they said, if you want to continue the mission, there's always that Kingdom Seekers and everything else like that. So, hey, my wife and I were in Kingdom Seekers. We've been in for a little bit, so we see that there's a lot of things happening in there. And look, if it happened for them, it can happen for you too. It's just being around, where God is doing things, shifting things, moving things, and you know what? See those things shift, grow, elevate in your life too. It's not just for those people that you hear those testimonies. Those testimonies can also be your testimony as well. It's just stepping out in faith and allowing God to move in those areas that he wants to move in your life, and you'll see amazing things happen. Amazing things happen. So God bless you guys, and have a good night. And like I said, have a positive expectation of God's goodness in your life each and every day. God bless you.